There are places in this world where people don't just disappear, they get used. My name is The Researcher, and on this channel, we uncover monsters the world was never meant to see. We post every Friday and Saturday, so if you survive this video, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and tell me in the comments what your favorite SCP is. Because tonight, you're not just hearing stories, you're hearing warnings. SCP-2191, also known as Dracula Factory, is classified as Keter. Deep within the Hoya forest of Romania stands a structure disguised as an Eastern Orthodox monastery. This appearance is intentional because beneath the upper levels lies something far older. The lower sections contain Thracian and Dacian architecture, along with artifacts from the Cucuteni Tripilian culture, and the caverns themselves are believed to have been constructed between 4,800 and 3,000 BC. Inside this structure, live entities designated SCP-2191-1. They are genetically human, but severely altered. They lack all major internal organs except for the lungs, heart, and brainstem. Their skin is pale and cracked like porcelain, and their eyes are completely covered by skin, leaving them nearly blind but still reactive to light. They do not communicate through language and instead produce a constant clicking sound, believed to function as echolocation. Each SCP-2191-1 contains a worm-like organism called SCP-2191-2A, located where the digestive system should be. The structure itself is filled with SCP-2191-2B, thin vermiform organisms that move through channels in the walls and enter the bodies of SCP-2191-1 to redistribute nutrients. There are also SCP-2191-2C, neural tendrils embedded within the architecture that attach to the base of the spine of SCP-21911, rendering them inactive and almost prayer-like. When detached, SCP-21911 becomes active and leaves the structure, always between dusk and dawn, to hunt humans. Using venom delivered through barbs in their hands, they paralyze their victims. Their jaws then unhinge, allowing SCP-2191-2A to emerge and attach to the victim's neck. It injects digestive enzymes that liquefy organs, muscle, and bone, consuming the body over a period of 20 to 50 minutes while the victim remains alive. The anomaly was discovered after 244 soldiers vanished during World War I, and when deprived of food, the entities entered a dormant state, waiting. SCP-3008, a perfectly normal, regular old IKEA, is classified as Euclid. It appears to be a standard IKEA store, but once a person enters and loses sight of the entrance, they are transported into SCP-30081, a space that resembles the interior of the store but extends far beyond physical limits. Measurements indicate at least 10 square kilometers with no visible boundaries, and it may be infinite. Within this space are civilians who became trapped prior to containment. They have formed settlements and constructed defenses using furniture to survive. The primary threat inside is SCP-3008-2, humanoid entities resembling IKEA employees, but with distorted proportions and no facial features. During the day cycle determined by the overhead lights, they are passive and wander aimlessly. At night, when the lights shut off, they become extremely violent and attack all other life forms while repeating phrases such as, "The store is now closed, please exit the building." Exits do exist within SCP-3008-1, but they constantly change location, making escape extremely rare. In one recorded incident, a man managed to exit the structure, but 10 seconds later, an instance of SCP-3008-2 followed him out, killed him, and was subsequently terminated by Foundation personnel. SCP-2621, Knocking on Heaven's Door, is classified as Euclid. It consists of ancient ruins located approximately 16 kilometers south of Hilla, Iraq. The structures date back to between 2440 and 2291 BCE, yet analysis shows the use of materials such as reinforced concrete, which should not have existed until the 19th century. Approaching the site is extremely difficult due to entities designated SCP-2621-1, which guard the perimeter. These entities vary in appearance, but are typically described as very tall, winged humanoids dressed in white and carrying swords. They will use lethal force to prevent access. Some above-ground ruins act as entry points into a large underground cavern system beneath the site. The full extent and purpose of the underground area remain unknown, and all exploration requires high-level authorization due to the extreme hostility of the guarding entities. SCP-7450-L is for Lamentations, is classified as Megiddo. It represents an ongoing end-of-the-world scenario. SCP-7450 consists of four massive humanoid entities, each between 18.9 and 23.5 kilometers tall, with six wings and a single arm carrying a curved sickle. They do not walk, but instead levitate, continuously circling the Earth. They are named Pallas, Judith, Rachel, and Argene. Since their ascension in 2028, they have remained in constant motion, causing catastrophic effects on reality. The primary danger comes from their cognito-hazardous nature. Any person who sees or hears them becomes immediately compelled to follow the entity indefinitely. This effect is irreversible. Affected individuals will walk until their bodies begin to fail, eventually losing their feet and transitioning into levitation. Over time, they physically change, becoming more resilient and slowly resembling the entity they follow. They also begin mimicking the entity's vocalizations, which can spread the effect further. Foundation protocol strictly forbids looking at or listening to SCP-7450, and any personnel who violate this rule are to be executed immediately, as they are considered beyond recovery. SCP-999, the Tickle Monster, is classified as safe. It is a large, orange, gelatinous entity weighing approximately 54 kilograms, capable of freely altering its shape. Its surface is soft, elastic, and hydrophobic, though it can absorb liquids if desired. SCP-999 displays a consistently playful and affectionate temperament, often approaching humans to embrace them while producing high-pitched, happy vocalizations. Physical contact with SCP-999 causes immediate euphoria, which intensifies over time and can have lasting positive psychological effects. It shows a particular interest in individuals experiencing depression or trauma and has been observed significantly improving their mental state. SCP-999 does not exhibit aggression and refuses to consume meat, instead feeding exclusively on candy and sweets. It has demonstrated a strong desire to help others, even placing itself in danger to protect human life. Unlike the other entities described, SCP-999 is not a threat, but a rare example of something anomalous that exists purely to bring comfort. So which one stayed with you? The thing beneath the forest, the endless store, the ruins that shouldn't exist, or the ones that ended the world? Let me know in the comments what your favorite SCP is, and if you want more, subscribe and come back next time, because there are still things out there waiting to be found.